I'm working on completing my long-lasting project, my faith journal. And for the next project, I have these envelopes that I've been collecting, just random from bills and things that have come in. And what I'm going to do is, I've seen this on Melina's channel, and I am going to make out of these little envelopes. I'm going to fold these in half, and then, well, I don't know if I like where the fold is on that one. There you go. That one, got a little bit better where it folds in half at. And see, this one gives a variety because this one is the other way. And then this one will be folded that way. I may have to fold it over. No, this one's just different. That one's just weird. Okay, but I'm going to fold these in half. And then I am going to take my scraps. I'm going to go through my scraps first. And I'm just going to make different ones. I'm going to cover the outside. I'm going to cover the outside with one different scrapbook paper. And then I'm going to do the back side. And then also the inside the flap here. I'm going to trim off the tops of the envelope. I don't need to seal, I don't need the sealed part there. And then I'm also going to add pockets on the side, and that way I can add things on that. So that's just the gist of what I'm going to do. And also, she mentioned, I ended up doing what she did, and I have these linked in my Amazon store. These dots. Now, I've had some dots in my stash, but I certainly didn't want to recommend them because of the way they don't stick good. Even with adding on glue, they didn't stick good. So I'm definitely desperate to give these a try to make sure that I can recommend them. And going to go ahead and put that and seal those so that they'll be put like that, and then they'll open. So that's the gist of what I'm going to do, and I'll come back and show you the results. Okay, so I just wanted to include some slides in here to show how I completed the next part of this project. So I just took my ruler and a straight edge there and went on and cut that right off. And so the next tip would be from Melina's video would be to take a gel pen. I tried the gel pen method. It didn't work for me. As you can see there, I just didn't like how bright that was. Depending on what color paper I had under there, it may not work. So I decided to reach for my highlighters. So a colored highlighter worked for me. And you can see even around on the other side, it's white. It's not like the orange that's on the left side. So it still worked, and I didn't have that residue that came on the top that would ruin it. But as you can see there, all I did was rub the top of that real good. And as you can see, the inside, it rubbed off. So if you were going to utilize that, you wouldn't have that left on there. I ended up doing one with washi that covered it, but this one I wanted it open. So, and then I just took the blade there and it created a nice slit. Then I took my scissors and then just trimmed around it. And that's how I got my little open window. Okay, so I ended up coming up with the 3 of these. I didn't make any more because I prefer doing it. It actually turns out better with its nice thin paper. And I realized that I am primarily a card maker, so I love having the thick cardstock because it just works better. So I don't have a lot of thin paper. So it works best when you have the thin paper and then you can fold it all together in one. It's nice and thin. But this one I ended up doing with the paper that I had. I just put some washi over it, and I ended up just cutting it in sections and doing it that way. And I kind of like how this one turned out. So I think I'm going to put this one in my journal. And then these two I'm just going to put in my stash. Like I said, I thought I was going to make more, but the paper that I have, it's just so bulk and so bulk and thick with the thick paper. So I just ended up with the 2 extra. That's okay. That's 2 that'll go in my stash. And I'm going to end up including this one to go in my journal so I have something to work with. And what I'll do is just end up finding a place where I want it. And so I have the Velcro there, and logically I can just tuck it in a spot, but you can also utilize a 1-page, something like that. And let's say this side didn't have anything on it, or like that, you could clamp it like that in your journal, and then just use a paper clip or something to clip it in. So I may end up doing that. But the way this one is kind of on that side, so I'll play around and figure out how I want to do it. I could kind of even like it. There we go, like that. So, and then I have other top. So I have plenty of time to get this, even though it's Velcroed in, you can even include it like that. And it's not going anywhere. I may end up even putting a clip in there later, but we'll see. Yeah. But in fact, I think I will work on, there we go. Yeah, I may end up clipping that in there, but I'm loving how this is. I have plenty of time to get this thing nice and full. So there's that one, and see you later, Craftinistas.